All right, settle in, my fellow aspiring plutocrats and degree dodgers. For generations, they've sold us the same dusty old dream. Mortgage your future for a piece of paper called a degree, which apparently acts as a golden ticket to a chocolate factory of wealth. You spend 4 years learning about the history of Mesopotamian pottery and the mating habits of the fruit fly, all while racking up debt that could rival the GDP of a small island nation. Then you emerge blinking into the sunlight, only to find the job market is less of a welcoming party and more of a gladiatorial arena where you're fighting 20 other philosophy majors for an unpaid internship that involves fetching coffee. Well, I'm here to tell you that in the glorious, slightly chaotic year of 2025, that narrative is as outdated as a rotary phone. The idea that a degree is the only path to a fat wallet is a fairy tale told by universities to justify their astronomical tuition fees. It's like insisting you need to climb Mount Everest just to get a good view of your neighborhood. There are other ways, my friends, sneakier, more efficient ways. Today, we're pulling back the curtain on the top 10 jobs that let you laugh all the way to the bank, while your degree-holding friends are still paying off their student loans with their soul. Let's start with number 10, the commercial pilot. Okay, so you don't need a 4-year degree in the philosophy of flight, but you do need some serious training. Think of it less like college and more like becoming a real-life superhero. Instead of writing essays on Shakespeare, you're learning how to land a 200-ton metal bird in a crosswind. The pay? Let's just say you won't be sweating the price of guacamole. The responsibility? Immense. You're the designated driver for hundreds of people at 35,000 feet, but the office view is unbeatable, and you get to wear a cool hat. That's a win-win. Coming in at number 9, we have the air traffic controller. If you're the kind of person who thrives on stress and can mentally juggle more things than a circus performer on a unicycle, this is for you. You're the choreographer of the skies, a celestial DJ spinning tracks of 747s and Cessnas. No degree needed, just nerves of steel and the ability to remain calm while orchestrating a symphony of potential mid-air collisions. The pay is fantastic because, frankly, they have to compensate you for the fact that your job is basically a high-stakes video game where there are no extra lives. Number 8 is the nuclear power reactor operator. Yes, you heard me right. You can be a real-life Homer Simpson, but, you know, competent and well-paid. You don't need a PhD in nuclear physics. What you do need is intensive, on-the-job training and the ability to not press the big red button unless absolutely necessary. It's a job that requires focus, precision, and an appreciation for the awesome power of the atom. The salary reflects the fact that you're essentially a guardian of a miniature man-made sun. It's a career path that's both electrifying and radiating with opportunity. Sliding into the 7th spot is the elevator and escalator installer and repairer. This is a job with a lot of ups and downs, literally. We take elevators for granted, but without these mechanical wizards, we'd all have the calves of professional mountaineers. You get to be a modern-day hero, rescuing people from the terrifying limbo of being stuck between floors. It's a skilled trade that requires mechanical aptitude, not a dissertation on sociological theory. The demand is always high, and the pay is elevated, to say the least. At number 6, we find the real estate broker. Forget 4 years of lectures. Your classroom is the open house. Your final exam is closing a multi-million-dollar deal. This job is for the smooth talkers, the networkers, the people who could sell a heated blanket in the Sahara. You're not just selling houses, you're selling dreams, lifestyles, and the perfect breakfast nook. The earning potential is limited only by your hustle. It's pure, unadulterated capitalism, and you don't need a student ID to play. Cracking the top 5 is the web developer. In 2025, the internet is not just a thing, it's the thing. It's more essential than oxygen for some people. You don't need a computer science degree to build the digital world. You need curiosity, a laptop, and access to the countless online boot camps and tutorials that can teach you to code faster than a university can process your application. You are the architect of the virtual realm, a builder of digital empires, and companies are willing to pay a king's ransom for your skills. At number 4, we have the plumber. Let's be honest, when your toilet erupts like a geyser at 3 a.m., Are you going to call a history major? I think not. You're going to call a plumber, and you're going to pay them whatever they ask with tears of gratitude in your eyes. Plumbers are the unsung heroes of civilization. They deal with problems we'd rather not think about, and for that, they are rewarded handsomely. It's a recession-proof career, because let's face it, society will always need its pipes in working order. Our bronze medalist at number 3 is the commercial diver. This is for the adventurers, the explorers who find the idea of an office cubicle to be a fate worse than death. You're working underwater, repairing pipelines, inspecting bridges, or doing underwater construction. It's like being Jacques Cousteau, but with a much better paycheck and a more practical mission. The training is intense, but the rewards are deep, very deep. The runner-up at number 2 is the tech sales executive. You don't need to know how to code the software, you just need to know how to sell it. This is where charisma meets commission. If you have the gift of gab and can explain complex technology in a way that makes sense to, well, anyone, you can make an astronomical amount of money. You're the bridge between the nerds who build the stuff and the businesses that need it. It's a role where your personality is your biggest asset, not your grade point average. And now, the moment you've been waiting for. The number 1 highest paying job you can land in 2025 without a degree is entrepreneur. That's right, the ultimate boss, yourself. Starting your own business is the final frontier of career freedom. Whether it's a dropshipping empire, a boutique marketing agency, or a gourmet food truck selling artisanal toast, the sky's the limit. It requires guts, grit, and a tolerance for risk that would make a stuntman nervous. But the potential reward is not just a high salary, it's building something of your own. It's the ultimate rejection of the traditional path. So, there you have it. 10 paths to prosperity that don't involve a 4-year sentence in the halls of academia. The world is changing, and the definition of a valuable skill is changing with it. So, go forth and learn a trade, build a business, and craft your own definition of success. Thanks for tuning in. If you enjoyed this little rant against the educational establishment, do me a favor and hit that like button, subscribe for more, and ring that bell so you don't miss our next video. See you next time.